If you want to create a dripping effect in GIMP, this tutorial will walk you through the full process step by step, even if you're just getting started. We're going to take a normal text layer or subject and turn it into a realistic liquid drip effect using GIMP's Warp Transform tool, plus a cleanup pass with layer masks so the final result looks polished and professional. And before we jump in, if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy GIMP tutorials like this one. All right, let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is open your project in GIMP. This can be text, a logo, or any subject you want to make look like it's melting or dripping. Once your project is open, go to the Layers panel and duplicate the layer. You can do that by right-clicking the layer and choosing Duplicate Layer. This gives you a backup of the original, which is always a smart move. After that, rename the duplicated layer to Drip Layer so your workspace stays organized and easy to follow. Make sure the drip layer is the active layer because everything you do from here should be applied to that copy. Now we can start creating the main drips. Select the Warp Transform tool from the toolbox or simply press W on your keyboard to activate it faster. In the Tool Options panel, change the behavior to Move Pixels. This setting allows you to physically pull the image content downward, which is exactly what we need for a dripping look. Next, adjust the brush settings. Set the hardness and strength to around 50%. That gives you a good balance between control and distortion, so the effect looks natural instead of overly harsh. Once your brush is ready, move your cursor to the bottom edge of your text or object. Click and drag straight downward from the edge to pull out the first main drip. Try to keep your strokes vertical because that helps the liquid effect look like it's naturally falling. You can create several drips across the bottom by repeating this motion in different spots. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect right away, because we're going to shape it in the next step. Now it's time to make the drips look more like liquid drops. Go back to the tool options and change the warp behavior to Grow Area. This setting is useful for building up the ends of the drips so they look fuller and more rounded. After that, reduce your brush size a little so you have more precision. Then click and hold directly over the very bottom tip of each drip. This will expand the tip and create that bulbous teardrop-style liquid buildup that makes the effect much more convincing. Next, change the warp behavior to Shrink Area. This is the step that gives the drip its thin middle section, which makes it look like the drop is stretching before it separates. Brush lightly over the center area of the drip stream and shrink it just enough to create that narrow liquid neck. You do not want to overdo this part, because too much shrinking can make the shape look unnatural. The goal is to create a nice contrast between the thicker top and the thinner middle, so the drip has a realistic flow. At this point, your dripping effect should already be taking shape, but there may be some rough edges, blurry stretches, or distorted pixels from the warping process. That's completely normal. To clean that up, right-click the drip layer and choose Add Layer Mask. When the dialog appears, select White, which gives you full opacity, then click Add. This adds a mask to the layer so you can hide any messy areas without permanently deleting them. Now choose the Paintbrush tool by pressing P on your keyboard. Set your foreground color to black, because black on a layer mask hides parts of the image. Zoom in closely and carefully paint around any areas that look blurry, stretched, or pixelated. This lets you clean up the outline and restore sharp edges where the warp effect may have been too aggressive. Take your time with this part, because a few small touch-ups can make a big difference in the final result. If needed, you can go back and forth between the Warp Transform tool and the brush mask until everything looks balanced. That's one of the best things about working non-destructively with a duplicated layer and a mask. It gives you flexibility to experiment without ruining the original artwork. You can make the drips long and dramatic, short and subtle, or even create multiple drip shapes for a more stylized look. Once you're happy with the result, zoom out and review the whole design. The final effect should look like your text or subject is melting downward in a clean, controlled way. That's the basic process for creating a dripping effect in GIMP, and once you understand these steps, you can use them on all kinds of designs. If this tutorial helped you, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more GIMP tips, photo editing tricks, and beginner-friendly design tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.